All right, hello and welcome to Shambles Extra Time. That is the new name of the show instead of doing a weekly recap show. I think that's just stupid. I think we're good with Shambles Extra Time. And today I'm joined by none other than Amanda, the late goal FC supporter. Sorry, I mean Liverpool supporter. Yeah, well, this is the show where we talk about football in general, not just about Arsenal, not just about Liverpool, but EPL, Champions League, TFC, and how trash they are. And then everything or anything in little in between that we feel like talking about. So I guess, well, first of all, thanks Amanda for coming back. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, of course. I mean, you're pretty much ecstatic because you're pretty much five and out of five wins so far in the season. That includes the Champions League, which we will get to it because I think that was a pretty good game.
Yeah, there's been some good games over the last couple days, yourself included. There's lots to talk about today and yesterday, and then preview for tomorrow as well. It's still more to come. Thank God.
Oh yeah, and of course, in true fashion here, for some odd reason, um, technical difficulties always come into play. So we'll forget about that because Discord apparently loves to go blank on me. So uh, yeah, cool. Yeah, I think we should start off with Champions League and we'll forget match day one. Like there was some banger games on there, like the Juve Dortmund game. I think it needs to have a shout. But I'm more interested in today's fixtures, which were absolutely insane, and I can't even find the matches anymore here, um, which is insane to me. Where are we? Where are we here? Liverpool. Here we go. Um, yeah, I mean, yeah. We'll start with Liverpool Atletico Madrid. What a friggin' game once again. And I think you and I were talking about it when we were playing Fortnite because yes, we have nothing better to do as adults than to play Fortnite. And how we were how we're trolling you, how you guys are like literally if we're corners FC or if we're set pieces FC, literally Liverpool is late goals FC. And oh my god, I the fact that you guys in the 91st 92nd minute you come back with a goal to win the game. I mean, to be fair, Atletico Madrid were absolutely trash tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, obviously couldn't agree with you more. Late Goal FC, LFC, it's what it stands for. Can't deny that, what is it, like the 88th minute, 90 plus 10, 83rd minute, 90 plus 4, now 90 plus 3. I don't think any Liverpool fan would argue with you that we're getting those late goals, but would also love to talk about the game before that. We got 2 goals in 6 minutes right off the hop. Um, I think from the weekend and today, I think the Kirkez substitution on the weekend was because of that yellow card. He was being targeted heavily by Burnley after he got that initial yellow. Andy Robertson came on and showed that he's not out of the game yet. He still has it. He was a big difference on the weekend, and he got a goal today inside 4 minutes. So him up that left side, he might be old, but he's not out. He was just phenomenal today, and then obviously Salah doing his thing and getting another goal 2 minutes later.
Ugh.
It's what Liverpool needs to do. They need to get those goals early. But they certainly fell apart after that. But yeah, if we keep getting those goals in the last few minutes, I said to you the other day, you can call it luck, but at the end of the day, Liverpool just don't stop playing till the final whistle goes. And sorry, goals.
Yeah.
Till the final whistle goes, and I you can call it lucky, but you can also call it just resolute, like they just will not quit.
Well, and that's the thing, right? I think, I mean, yeah, for as much trolling and shit talking that I do, I got to give it to Liverpool. I mean, they have that champions mentality, and I mean, clearly that's why they're the champions. Like, I mean, they are the best team in the land, and yeah, I mean, just to go back to that Andy Robinson goal, I mean. he didn't really actually score the goal. If it went off a deflection off of him, so I just want to say that. I just want to say that. I'm just coming to say that.
But you know what? It wouldn't go in if he hadn't come off his foot first. So
Yeah,
it's just,
no, and I get it, and I get it. I mean, it was that little mother trucker Mo Salah, who I also want to talk about as well, because that guy's like what 44 years old, and that guy's still fucking banging in goals. But yeah, no,
yeah,
back
one
to the
season wonder.
yeah, the Resolute um
Mhm.
in Liverpool, and I think uh, they they're paving the way, right? Like you said, they don't play. Sorry, they don't stop playing until the final
Mhm.
whistle. And I think a lot of teams now, and including Arsenal, sometimes they back off or they let off. Even if Liverpool, I've seen it in the last couple of games more so now that I talk to you because you're a Liverpool fan. I start watching their games more. They're go 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 go. And whereas Arsenal and they tend to back off a little bit to like they're winning. Okay, yeah, guys, we're winning. Let's let off, and that's how goals come in and against them. But yeah, that is a champion's mentality. And as much as I troll it, I don't, I don't, I don't. It's a bit of luck, but I don't think it's all luck. I think that's just champions mentality. That's why they are the
Huh.
champions. That's why they won the league last season by 10 points. So that says something.
Mhm.
It's just it's so friggin' annoying. But
Mhm.
yeah, I want to go back to Isak.
Mhm.
I want to get your thoughts on Isak starting his first competitive match with Liverpool. You're the record freaking signing. Um, how curious? What are your initial thoughts on him starting?
Yeah, I think he had a decent debut considering his current fitness. We talked about that. I know that he played for Sweden in the international break, but it was maybe 20 minutes, I think. It's very clear that he's not at the competitive pace that we need him to be at. I wasn't surprised that Slot started him today. I think the fans are desperate to see him. Um, and as long as he just didn't get injured, it was worth the gamble. But taking him off after 60 minutes, you could kind of see we did lose a bit of an edge. Um, he did okay. It was fine. It was fine. I think that after 2-0 up, Slot kind of did start to wind down a little too early, and that's what let Atletico back into the game. But I think all in all, Isak's debut was solid, and I will we see him again on the weekend? I don't think so. Maybe a substitution, but I don't think he'll be starting again on the weekend. I think this was a one-off. Give the fans what they wanted to see and see what he can actually do. And I think from what we saw, he's not quite there yet. Um, but he'll get there. He looked very promising.
Yeah, interesting that you say that he won't get a start in the Merseyside Derby, especially since it is a derby and you guys want to
Mhm.
gung ho it. Like, you don't think there's any chance that he? I mean, you know more than I would, but
I mean, there's always a chance, but I think just based off of today, my gut tells me that Slot will want to win that game. Again, it's a fans game. It's a
mm,
big deal. Like in the grand scheme of things, Everton's not doing anything this year, obviously, right? Like they've
uh,
barely survived the last couple of years. They're doing better than I thought they would in the first couple games, but that'll drop eventually. Um, but I don't think Slot will want to jeopardize that important win for the fans,
mm.
just to give Isak some more time. I think we're more likely to see him start on the bench, and I think we're more likely to see Ekatike on Saturday.
Nice. Well, let's go Everton. But moving back to the Champions League match here, that bastard, the King of Egypt, Mo
Yep.
Salah. This guy,
Yep.
his goal. Okay, there's three guys on him. Three Atletico Madrid defenders on this guy, and
Yep.
and he looked
Yep.
tiny compared to these guys, and he beat like this.
Mhm.
I just can't stand it. Like, this guy's incredible. Like, frick,
Mhm.
it's like an annoying itch that just will not go away. This guy is just I
Yeah.
mean, he's coming
It,
in killing it.
yeah. Thank God he plays for us because I can't even imagine what it feels like to be you. Like it just I would hate to play against him. He is just some teams have learned how to shut him down. But for the most part, you're absolutely right. He, yes, there's three guys on him, but not really. It just doesn't really matter. He plays for the ball, and he like no matter what's around him, he seems to be able to have that vision to see where everybody is, to see where everybody's going, and he just puts the ball where it needs to be. It's an incredible skill. He is a one season wonder going on 9 years. Like he will not stop. It must be so annoying. But from my perspective, it's such a wonderful thing when we re-signed him. There's always that, geez, what if he's not as good again next season? And everybody keeps saying there's no way he's going to be good again next season, and he just keeps proving everybody wrong.
I mean, yeah, this guy will never stop. I mean, how old is he now? He's in his 30s, is he not?
He is, yeah, oh yeah, no, he's in his 30s, mid 30s,
Yeah, and this guy won't stop. I mean,
early 30s, 33 something.
yeah, he's another Cristiano Ronaldo. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Ooh, say that again. Say that again. What's
what?
that?
He's like Cristiano Ronaldo,
Say his
and
name with the other one.
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Cristiano the
Just
goat.
making sure. Just
The
making sure those two names are in the same conversation.
Oh my God, here we go. Um, I think Cristiano Ronaldo is still better, but okay. Um, but no, like he's. I'm not even like I don't care that he's scoring goals. I more so am used to it now. I'm used to him like scoring, and to me, just I know what you're gonna get when it comes to Salah. So I don't really care. But what I do care about is that fucking Virgil van Cunt coming in and scoring the 90th +2 minute. I absolutely hate him, but he's just so good. But then he does his stupid little like, oh, I hate his celebration. And I swear. By the way, we will talk about more of the games in the Champions League. It's not just a Liverpool Atletico Madrid podcast. I swear. But yeah, I think him coming in, that's showing that resolution that you were talking about earlier. That willingness, that little inch to fight and try to win the game. I think it's coming in, and it's clutch for Liverpool. Um, and yeah, that sealed the deal for Atletico Madrid, who, in all honesty, they absolutely sucked this game. So
They did flashes of decent play, and that's what got them their goals. But overall, it wasn't a Champions League winning performance, and they've got a lot of work to do. And I think Simeone boiled over and got that red card. He let the fans get to
I
him, and
saw that.
it was a bit embarrassing for him. I think that frustration was with his players, not the fans behind him, but they
Right.
got the brunt of it. And I think he saw what his team was capable of today, and it wasn't very much. So lots of work to do for them.
Yeah, and you know what? I just quickly want to talk about the first Marcos Llorente goal. That to me
Yeah.
was obstruct, and I'm gonna say it. I'll be the first one to say it. I think that was obstruction on Allison. Like Griezmann
Mhm.
was in front of him. He could not see it.
Right in front of him.
Right,
Yep.
like I think that shouldn't have counted. I don't know what
Mhm.
the referee was doing there. Like, I mean, personally, me as a referee, that's obstruction.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not a professional
Mhm.
referee by
Yeah.
any means, but I think so.
Mhm. Yeah, I completely agree with you. You can't get any consistency in the Premier League, in the Champions League. I truly don't know what the rules of football are anymore. You could probably make a whole podcast just on that.
Mm,
Um,
hmm.
but yeah, you just got to take them as they come, and hope they don't happen as often as you would like. But yeah, rough call on Allison. He's much better than that. I really love his play as a goalkeeper, and I think if Griezmann wasn't in his way, he absolutely would have
Yeah,
had
probably,
that.
yeah, 100% would have stopped that. Like, I mean, you can clearly see
Yeah,
the obstruction there, so I'm not too sure why that wasn't called
yeah,
back. Um, but okay,
yeah,
yeah, I
rough.
mean, yeah, game set match for Liverpool. I mean, there was other like,
One down.
yeah, I mean, PSG at Atalanta 4-0. Like, that's great. I haven't watched the highlights. I
Yeah.
literally just watched the Liverpool ones. These are the ones that are just standing out to me. And stop me when you want to talk about them. Maybe you saw something. Maybe you actually saw them.
Mm.
But like Bayern absolutely destroying Chelsea 3-1. I haven't seen the highlights. I'll probably see
Love
them
to see it.
afterwards. Yeah, love to see it. Even though I'm Bayern Munich has always been an Arsenal killer as well. They love playing against
Mm.
the English sides. Inter Milan beating
Hmm.
Ajax 2-0, which was really good. Yeah, I mean, and then you have the lesser teams, Sylvia Prague, get tying with Bodo, Olympiacos with
Mm.
Paphos 0-0. And that pretty much ended up the rounds for today's matches. Yesterday's matches, though, obviously the best team in the world, 2-0 against Athletic Club. We don't need to talk about who the best team in the world is because everybody knows it's Arsenal. Um, but I think the one game before we round off like yesterday's matches as well, Karabag beating Benfica 3-2. Did you see that?
I did see that, and it was a shock. And that, we talked when the draw was made, and I said, like, some of these kind of off the wall teams, they've got nothing to lose. They just
Yeah,
come out and play football, and good for Karabag. Like, jeez.
that's crazy. I mean, I still want to watch the
Yeah.
highlights on that game. But is that the one?
Hmm.
Is that the one where they were celebrating? They were seen with a video celebrating the Champions League draw, or like
Yeah.
some teams. Okay, so yeah, some teams have to
No,
travel
that was
like
them.
so far to their country. I forget what country they're
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but that was insanity. I think the game, but for me, I think the game of match day 1 and 2 or whatever, however they have it split, it has to be
Hmm.
Juve Dortmund. That game was insane.
Wild game.
So many
Yeah.
goals at the end there, like, but
Yeah. 4-4 draw after all that.
yeah, and you gotta feel bad for Dortmund. 2-4, like
Oh, yeah.
4-2 up, and Juve coming back. Like that's so bad, so
It's the
bad.
Champions League, man. Like it's exactly what happened to us today. Like it's you cannot stop playing. No matter how many goals you're up, no matter how well you're playing, no matter how terrible the other team is,
Mm.
they're in the Champions League for a reason. These teams can switch it on, and football's a game of 90 minutes. At the beginning or the end, it doesn't really matter when you score, they all count. So, yeah, it obviously devastating for Dortmund, but good for Juve. Like those are two mammoth teams going against each other, and the scoreline just reflects that.
Yeah, and shout outs to Jonathan David, the Canadian international
Yeah.
who obviously started for Juve there. I didn't see much, and I got to be honest with you, I think he was substituted for Dusan Vahalvic. Um, and Dusan just absolutely came in and destroyed it with 2 goals. But hey, it's nice to
Yeah.
see Canadians playing in the Champions League. There's many Canadians playing in the Champions League. Um, and this next team, Union against PSV, and I think that was another sort of and I don't know much of what they're in Belgium, the Belgian league, but like Union came in, Joe Day, oh my God, Promise David got the first goal of the Champions League with that penalty, the beast, and he played as well. So shout outs to Canada there, and then obviously Tejan Buchanan with Villarreal could not do the business against the Spuds. The Spuds won nothing. And
Hmm.
Tanny, another Canadian international, I don't think he saw any action. But good to see, a good plethora of Canadian talent playing in there, which is good to
Hmm.
see. Anything else that
Hmm.
you wanted to that stood out for you during these matches so far?
Did you mention Real Madrid, Marseille?
Oh yeah, yeah, Real Madrid, the garbage
The
team.
only notable thing is that Marseille scored first, and we'd love to see Madrid shaking in their boots.
They got a red card in that game.
Obviously they did get a red card in that game.
Carvajal.
Mbappe got two penalties
Of
to win the
course.
game, which is just cheap, but whatever.
Mm.
But yeah, Madrid looked a little uncomfortable. We'd love to see it.
It's an aging team too. Would you say?
So they didn't drop. It is an aging team. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And speaking as a Liverpool fan, Trent is just he's not up to par when it comes to those games either. I actually didn't see if he
I think he
started that game.
I think he
He did
did play.
not. So
No,
he's been benched.
but I saw him.
He?
He was on, wasn't he?
I think he got subbed.
He
I
got
think he got
subbed in.
subbed.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
I guess you love to see it,
yeah.
eh?
Oh yeah, like it's oh no, there he is. Yeah,
Yeah, he was.
he
Yeah,
did
he
get
did
subbed
play. Yeah,
off.
he did get subbed off. Yeah.
When did he get subbed off though?
Not too
After
sure.
5 minutes? That's not good. Did he
Doesn't
get
even.
injured?
I did. It doesn't even show. It doesn't even tell you when he got subbed on or subbed
I'm
off.
pretty sure it's 5 minutes.
Really? Did he get
Hold
injured?
on. Stand by. He must have been injured. There's no way.
Yeah.
Sub. Yeah,
Yes,
injury.
injury.
There
Of
you go.
course, eh?
What a great
Of
excuse for them
course.
to bench him indefinitely.
um,
Anyway,
moving ahead to tomorrow's matches, eh?
I
Anyone?
digress.
Yeah, no doubt. Newcastle Barcelona should be a good
Mm,
one. Man City Napoli.
yeah. Yep.
And then I mean, like you're saying, there's no clearly these teams are in here for a reason. They're good at what they do. Much like the EPL, there is no easy teams. Even the bottom teams can frustrate you. Poison case in point, Burnley frustrating the hell out of you guys over the weekend.
Hmm.
A lesser team, I guess, quote unquote.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, Kairat is another one. They're brand new to this against Sporting. Maybe they can give an upset just like Karabag. Um, but I think
Hmm.
yeah, Newcastle Barcelona is the one that's standing out for me.
Yeah, I think if I'm gonna watch one tomorrow, it'll probably be that one.
Yeah,
City Napoli isn't too bad either. Napoli can be a bit of a surprise team sometimes too, but I think if City get that first goal, it's a bit of a landslide after that. So, yeah, I
yeah.
would love to tune into Newcastle Barcelona. I think that would be a good watch.
I think yeah, that's the game that I'll probably end up sort of streaming or whatever, just in the
And
background.
again, they don't have Isak anymore, so it might be a bit boring.
Oh, they got that new German wonder guy, whatever his name is. Forget his
Who
name.
cares?
Waltonman or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay, let's change direction here. Let's go to the EPL. You kind of touch a
Hmm.
little bit on Burnley Liverpool there. But quickly, Arsenal Nottingham Forest 3-0, Bournemouth Brighton 2-1, Tottenham West Ham 3-0. Like freaking Tottenham are coming into play. Um City destroying United, which is so good to see, but at the same time, City won, so that kind of sucks. Um, Brentford Chelsea two draw there, and then of course you guys
Hmm.
late winner against Burnley there. Burnley had everything to play there, a draw, and they obviously suck so much.
Serve penalty.
Yeah, oh, it's terrible. I mean, that wasn't a handball.
Handball every day.
No, 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 no. That's I guess let's start off with the Man City United game. No contest. United are just
Oh,
in shambles.
trash. Oh, yeah, absolute trash. Um,
Wow.
I don't know what they're gonna have to do to get back to it, but whatever they're doing is not it. Like City, in my mind, aren't even that good right now, and they
Yep.
just absolutely demolished United. So, I'd say it's hard to watch, but I absolutely love it. So
Oh no, it's
keep
not a
doing what
hard
they're
watch at all.
doing.
I love it. Like I sent my buddy. He's a Manchester United fan, and I'm like, Benjamin Shesko 007 coming up or what? You guys, like he wanted Gyökeres to come. And then
Yeah.
obviously he signed for Arsenal, and they're like, "Oh no, you can have him. We're getting Shesko, the better
Yeah.
signing, and blah blah
Oh,
blah."
yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
I get
Yeah.
it though. Like I mean, Shesko could come out and absolutely have a banger of a season,
You never know.
but
You never know.
I mean, for right now, it's nice to see. Um,
Absolutely.
that Phil Foden
Absolutely.
goal though, that was a pretty good goal. I'll give him that. That was
That
actually
was.
a
I will give
pretty.
him that too.
Yeah, and even though I don't like Phil Foden because the comparisons with Bukayo Saka still like I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But the Star Boy is obviously a way better player than Foden, way more consistent. But hey, I digress. But yeah, that's like I guess that's the standout game of the EPL for me as well. Interesting. Brentford Chelsea though 2-2. I didn't see the full game,
Yeah.
but that that's good result for any London club, especially us, because
Definitely.
Chelsea obviously are garbage. We don't like Chelsea, and I mean Liverpool guys, Liverpool fans don't like Chelsea either. Um,
No.
but that's a good result. That was a good result, I think. Um,
Yeah, any points dropped by the teams that we think are gonna contest, love it. I've been questioning Chelsea's ability to contest. I think
mm,
they just throw a lot of money at players, and I don't know where the symmetry is going to come from, like where they just don't have the magic. I don't know. Like Liverpool has the magic, even Arsenal, you guys have a spark this year that's kind of a pain in the ass. City never really goes away. That just, they're just kind of that big giant that never leaves. Um,
hmm
but yeah, there's always a question, and are Tottenham going to have something this year? Chelsea going to have something this year? Are United going to have something this year? And I think even in the first four games, we're starting to see like I don't think Chelsea has what it takes to win those games, and obviously United don't, and yeah, I think the concern around Chelsea and their big payroll is I think it's a little unwarranted, or we're starting to feel like it's a little unwarranted anyway.
Well, a lot of people were saying that this is going to be Chelsea's season, and they saw how dangerous or they were playing in the Club World Cup. Maybe there's that fatigue where the team just nonstop, pretty much constantly played the whole entire summer.
Hmm.
Um, but it's
Hmm.
it's Chelsea. I mean, I don't know what it is that they have to do to get better. But yeah, no, you're right. You kind of you kind of think, how what are they going to do? I mean, Tottenham right now look more scarier than any of those teams right now. And
Agreed.
that signing of Xavi Simons was pretty good. Nicky Van de Ven
Hmm.
is good as well. And I mean, there's the one guy on Talksport saying that Tottenham have the best defense in the in the league right now, which is absolutely horrid. I don't know where they're coming with that stuff. He must be a Tottenham fan. But yeah, you're right. They're like, I think right off the bat, Tottenham, Arsenal, Liverpool. I'll throw in City there as well. Are probably the
Hmm.
teams that have impressed thus far in the first four games of the season. I want to take it back to Chelsea though, because I saw something really sad. And as much as I don't like Raheem Sterling, I think what they're doing to him is very. I don't know if you saw that picture that he said, I'm training all by myself at like 9:30 or 8:30 in the evening or something like that. I think it's really sad to
Hmm.
see that, he wants to stay, he wants to play.
Hmm.
I was watching this video on TikTok about how he doesn't want to leave because there was offers from Turkey and MLS and stuff in the United States, but he has a young family. I saw a picture of his family. His children are so young, and they've made a life in London, and it's sad what they're doing to him. Well, not Chelsea, but Maresca, I should say, but or I don't know. I don't know the inner workings of the club, but I just think it's sad what they're doing to him.
Hmm. I don't. Snake.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God, he was a Liverpool player. Like, how could I
He
forget
came up through
that?
our academy and then he
That's
went to
right.
City. Come
Yeah.
on. Oh
Okay.
no.
Here I
Poor
am.
guy. Traded all alone.
Here I
Get out of
am.
here.
Here I am thinking, you're gonna have a little bit of remorse, and I completely forgot that he was a Liverpool
Ah,
player.
the tiniest violin over here.
Oh my God. Oh my God, that is jokes. Oh
I
my.
I will say this. I don't like to.
Amanda's gone roboto, Mr. Roboto again. Stand by. I think we lost Amanda for the 15th time during the podcast here. Is Amanda back? Amanda? Check. One, two,
I've
three.
I've 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 unrobotoed. I'm sorry.
No, you're
I need to get
good.
my internet sorted out. But what I was saying was I agree. I don't like seeing clubs do that to players.
Mm,
I think it is a shame. We just went through it with Isak, and I really loved Slot's response to a reporter who just said, "What if Isak wants to do that to you one day? What if one day Isak comes to you and says, 'I want out of here.
mm.
I'm just gonna go.'" And Slot just said, "Then he can leave. He can go." Like, why clubs feel like they need to bully these players is it's a bad look on the club.
It's insanity. I mean, case in point, Mark Gahey,
Hmm.
not going
Stuck
to it,
now.
and he's stuck. But you know what? I think what separates the Gahey situation, just real quick there, is he was an adult about it. Oh crap! I
Hmm.
didn't get my move. I'm still a Crystal Palace player. I'm gonna play. I think players like Isak, even Gyökeres refusing to come back to training for Sporting while he still clearly was under contract with them, not coming to the start of the training, not playing. I think also players doing that now is terrible. I understand that they want to force these moves, but I think you got to go about it in a in a class way. And I think Gahey did that. It sucks for him because I think he does deserve a big move. I mean, I'm happy as an Arsenal fan because he didn't go to Liverpool because he would boast your defense, but he did it the right way. I think. I mean, there's no choice now. He has to play. The transfer window is not open, but Isak and Gyökeres doing these things. I get it. I get it why they want these moves pushed, but I think you still need to be classy about it. And I think we're only gonna see this increase more by players trying to do these forceful things.
Hmm. Definitely.
Okay, moving on to match week 5. I don't know why they call them match day, but match week 5. That's what I'm gonna call it. Match.
Actually,
What? Go ahead.
did you talk about the Arsenal Forest game?
Oh no, no. I mean, we can.
I would like to talk about it because for me it stood out too because that's 2 games in a row. You guys are scoring goals, you're
Hmm.
keeping clean sheets. Gyökeres got his goal, and I wanted to ask you something. I read yesterday is that Arteta mentioned after your win in the Champions League that he has adopted this new style of play, and I wanted to get your opinion on it.
Go for it.
It's a rugby play where he is putting more priority on the players coming off the bench than he is those players who are starting. So I wanted to get your opinion on that kind of tactic where you might see him start to hold your big players on the bench, start more of a B team and hold the line, and then come on and do the shock and awe at the end. I don't know if you saw that article. I don't know if you heard that.
I don't.
But
I,
just on the face of it, that kind of tactic, how do you feel about that?
I. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I haven't. I've heard something about this. I think it was his press conference. I think Rory talks football. I think he talked a little bit about it, maybe. And then he did mention something in the press conference, or he might have said something along those lines about how Martinelli and it was about Martinelli and Trossard coming in. I mean, look,
Yeah.
it worked in the Champions League. Martinelli coming in,
Mm.
36 seconds in, scores a goal. An assist from Trossard, beautiful assist. Beautiful run by Martinelli. And then Martinelli, vice versa, assists Trossard and gets the goal. And the substitutions is what won the Champions League game. Not Gyökeres, not Declan Rice, not Zubamendi, Madueke Eze. It was the substitution. So whether or not it's working, I think it's yet to be seen. Um, I just, I mean, I just can't see him starting a B team against Tottenham, against
Mm.
City, for example, this coming weekend. I just don't see it. But then again, are we starting to see super subs, right? Like everybody, including myself as an Arsenal fan, were writing off Martinelli. Not so much Trossard, because he either he wanted to go or he wanted to stay. Arsenal gave him a big fat check, and he stayed. Right, that's what he was asking for, more money. So I'm not really concerned or mad about Trossard. If he would have left, we would have gotten decent money, I think, and it would have been good. But Martinelli kind of stings a little bit because we've been backing him for so. I mean, we back up all the players, but you know what I mean. He's an Arsenal man through and through. He came in super sub, and everybody was writing him off, including myself. But maybe this is his reinvention. This is his whatever you call that arc, hero arc, to
Mm,
come back in. But
mm,
going back to what you were saying about that adoption, I think it's really early days to see whether or not that's going to work. Surely though, I'll be very surprised come the City game and he does start something like, Trossard instead of Gyökeres, and Martinelli instead of Eze. However, like,
mm, mm,
as I wasn't too overly impressed by Eze as we were talking about it, you and I via
mm,
text.
mm,
Um, I mean, Eze still came in, he did the work.
mm,
But he just wasn't as effective, I think, this game. And mind you, he's just played 2 games. I'm not saying anything, but yeah, I think
mm,
the
mm,
verdict is still out. So, in a roundabout way, I think it's still early days to even try to see whether or not that would work. It's very interesting, though.
mm.
Like, what is the point of that? Is it the point of you creating more competition? Because we do have the depth now and you want those players to fight, but on the other hand, you brought these players in for so much money. They're expecting to play.
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out anyway. But if it's working,
Yeah, I mean, if it's working, I will give Arteta credit where it's due because I think he has a lot of harsh criticism from fans.
mhm,
I think and what most people agree on is that he's not bold enough. Like, you're looking at Arnie Slut, you know, he's bold. He's making changes. He will. Was it him that? Yeah, it was him that cut Kirkus. He was sucking ass, took him off.
mhm, mhm,
I think Arteta needs to be like that. He needs to be
mhm,
bold, and I think that's what
mhm,
separates him and Slot right now is the boldness. And I think we saw that
mhm,
or a little bit of that yesterday in the Champions League game. It wasn't working. He brought in the subs. I think it was in like the 60th, 65th minute. Usually he likes
mhm,
to bring in subs at like the 70, 75, even 80 mark. And boom, it worked. He went for it. And I think he needs to start doing that a lot more because I'm I am not criticizing him in terms of like, you know, it's been 5 seasons. What are you doing? The last 3 seasons, you've been second place. This year, it has to be it or not. I think he's building it up. I get people are saying, how much more building does he need to do? But then again, I ask the question to everyone that's saying Arteta out, who's coming in for him? So I think we
mhm.
did see that. That's another discussion, by the way. But I think we did see that the boldness, and it'd definitely be interesting to see how much more bold he can get.
Sure.
I don't know if
I think
that makes
Amarin might be available soon, so.
yeah, I don't know if that I don't know if
No,
that
it
answers
does.
your question.
I genuinely wanted your opinion on that kind of tactic because I know that that tactic can frustrate the fans. But it's such a double-edged sword, right? Like, yes, it's frustrating to watch your star players just kind of sit there for 60 minutes and not do anything. But if you're getting wins, who cares? Like, is it boring football? It doesn't have to be. They can still kind of go for it for 60 minutes. But I think can speak from experience when I say waiting
Mm,
for your team to score, it can definitely raise your blood pressure a little bit. But
mm.
the fact that Liverpool have gotten their winning goals after 80 plus minutes for almost every game, I don't remember it afterwards because we won. It's 3 points. I don't care.
That doesn't matter exactly. And I think
Yeah.
I think what will answer your question is, and I've been asking this, and I know it's a jokingly asked question because a lot of people are starting to ask the question too. Noni Madueke, if Saka is fit, does Noni Madueke start? And as a stupid of a question that is, if you would have asked me that at the beginning of this at the beginning of preseason when we signed None, absolutely not. Like, I even thought, why are we signing this Chelsea reject? But much like the Kai Havertz rejection, when we got him, he's been a wonder and a very important player for Arsenal. Same thing. Maybe players just don't want to play at Chelsea. I mean, I wouldn't want to play at Chelsea, but that's beside the point. But I think that question will answer itself when Saka is fit and he comes back. is None gonna start and then bring in the star boy? I don't know.
See.
We'll definitely have to see. But that was a good discussion. I like that. So yeah, match week 5, big Merseyside derby at
Oh yeah.
7:30 a.m. Liverpool
I'm
Everton.
It's so tough being in North America and watching these games. You're like cracking a beer at 7:30 in the morning, but I'll do it if they win. Um,
Well, they will.
yeah, it's gonna be a big shut up. It's gonna be a big game. Like I mentioned earlier, Everton are doing a little better than I typically would like them to. They've got 7 points from 4 games.
Mm,
It's almost as good as you guys. But 2 wins, 2 draws. They still haven't lost. I think that makes them really tough. Uh,
Grealish is killing it.
what's his name? Grealish is killing it. He just got man of the match for them in the last game, and he looked like a sad little boy getting that little award. He looked so pleased with himself because I think he was just totally wrecked after his little stint at City. He
Hundo.
he belongs at a small club, so Everton is the perfect place for him.
That's wild.
So yeah, Everton is the perfect place for him. I think that he's going to be a problem on Saturday, but hopefully that Anfield magic will do us some good. And here's hoping the winning goal comes before the 80th minute, because for the love of God, I'm going to be on medication before the end of the season for blood pressure. They are just killing me. But
They will win
uh,
in the 90th. 100%.
oh yeah.
I,
No,
I
it's going to be a good game. I love
yeah.
these. I love these derbies. They are always, they're always such a hot, heavy contest. It's going to be very physical, and Everton are going to be a problem. They're just going to be a problem, and I think they're going to be our toughest game yet. No offense.
Yeah. None taken. None taken. Hey, I know derby matches are something else. I mean, look at us. We're playing.
There's something different.
I mean, yeah. I mean, when we play, championship league side team like Tottenham, we usually have
Yeah,
a hard
exactly.
time. Um, but I think the game of the weekend is obviously Arsenal Man City, the two best teams in the land. Um,
I'll
uh,
give you that it's the biggest game of the weekend because I think it has the most impact on the top four.
yep.
Um, disagree with the in all the land part, but yeah, that'll be a huge game. Is that the last game of the weekend? I think so. You guys have got a
Sunday
long
at
wait to see what you can
11:30.
do.
Yeah, 11:30.
Damn.
And that's the thing that sucks, right? Because if you guys win, you go on 15. We lose, we're stuck on 9. It will even suck more
Mm.
if Tottenham win. They're ahead of us. This is a crucial game, and I think we have the better team. Not only that, but what we're playing at home. City are 2-2, two wins, two losses already.
Hmm.
We have just the
Yep.
one loss to obviously you guys, the champions, but we've only conceded one goal. Tottenham also, but we have more goals for by
Hmm.
one. Ooh. But yeah, I'm always scared to play teams like City, even Manchester United, as shitty as they are. Arsenal have always traditionally, well, I mean, ever since after the Invincibles and moving forward, right? They've always played with their tails between their legs, tucked in there. Even if those teams are still lesser than they are, and I think Arsenal do have the better team than City. I mean, not non-biased there because I'm an Arsenal fan, but
They do. I agree with you. They
yeah,
do.
I think we have a better team. But then again, I honestly think we're going to start playing this like we played against Liverpool. Um, and I think Liverpool are way better than City. Um, I think Arsenal have to come out guns blazing, and I am not as worried though because I think we have the depth. Um, it's yet to be seen whether or not Odegaard will play with that shoulder injury. But I I will say I do not want to see that midfield trio: Zubamendi, Marino, and Declan Rice. And we were talking about that also yesterday as well. And you were thinking that it was a bit too harsh, but it's true. There's no creativeness in that. I think Zubamendi is probably the more creative player out of all three of them, but he's not a creative player, so to speak. He's there to break up play. Um, you need somebody like Waneri. Like if I don't know what Waneri has to do to warrant a start. I know he's still young and maybe, he's still learning. He does have his faults. Um, not keeping his head up and looking at a player's run or making a wayward pass or not passing right at the right time. But we need creativeness. Now, whether or not that means that Eze comes in and plays that his preferred position there, the Odegaard position, and we bring in
Mhm.
Martinelli back on the left flank. Does he warrant a start? I don't know. There's so many questions to ask, but it's such a good headache for Arteta to have. Um, but I think I just don't want to see that trio. I just don't think it works. And even though with a team like Athletic Bilbao, which they didn't have the real Nico Williams, we struggled. We struggled. And City are a powerhouse team. Like they have powerful players. Holland, like I mean, need I say more? The Viking. So
Yeah.
I just don't want to see that. I think we can beat them. It's at home. We should be beating them. Another test.
Absolutely. I think the tough part is what I just mentioned. If Arteta goes into the weekend with that rugby mentality tactic of bringing these heavy hitters on at the end, it's a matter of whether or not you can hold City off for that long. And
Yep.
yeah, I don't think they're Man City have peaked and they're on the decline. They can still punish you for sure, but
100%.
you're gonna have to be really locked up. And we keep going back to the fact that we beat you guys. We did, but we didn't. We didn't beat you in open play. We beat you from a free kick. You guys absolutely held us to a stalemate that whole game. If you can do that, like you say, we're better than City. Liverpool's better than City at the moment. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. If you can hold us for that long, what was it, 83 minutes you held
Yep.
us until that random free kick? Um, if you can hold us for that long, I think you can hold City for that long, and I think it'll just be a matter of City are a team that get frustrated. They get
Yep.
frustrated when things aren't going their way, when they're not scoring goals fast enough. They get frustrated. You can see it in everybody's face, especially Holland. Like if he's not getting the ball, if he's not getting goals, it turns into this big slab of a crybaby. And so if you guys can just hold them off long enough and frustrate them, you'll get the ball, you'll get the possession, you'll get the shots. You just have to be able to put it away.
And I think it comes down to Arteta being bold. If it's not working, do the
Absolutely.
changes. And I think that's where it has
Change
to
it.
come and
Yeah.
just go in there. I mean, by far we have the best defense in the league, and I'm not saying that because I'm an Arsenal fan. I think it's true. I think we have the best defensive team, the best defense in the league. And Christian Mascara coming in and deputizing for Saliba, a wonder kid at 20, 21 years old, I think he is. He's played very well. So I have no issues if he plays in the back with Gabriel. Yuri and Timber, top three left back in the world, I think. And then Calafiore is probably the only one, but he hasn't shown that he can be that he hasn't shown that sort of craziness that he had last season. I think he's done a very good job, and he's keeping what Ben White off, or Lewis Skelly, and yeah, I think I mean Liverpool and Arsenal were pretty much matched. Like it was like a boxing match, right? Who's gonna get the upper hand? And
Totally
I think,
canceled each other
yeah,
out. Yeah.
exactly. So I think we can. We just need to find. We just Arsenal need to be bold, in that.
Mhm.
So, and then obviously the only other game that stands out for me is City. Sorry, United and Chelsea on Saturday at 12:30. Um, I'm hoping for another United loss there because it'd just be so good. But hey, that can go either way. Both teams are not as good. I mean, Chelsea's doing a little better, obviously, but
A
yeah,
boring 0-0.
yeah, probably a boring 0-0.
You know
Yeah,
what you guys have on City too is that City don't play their Champions League game till tomorrow.
that's right. That's right, and that's why we're playing on
You've got a
Sunday.
bit of extra time.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
and
Hope.
you've got 2 days on them. So,
Hey, I'll take whatever I can get. um. Okay, so that's the EPL. Moving on to I guess non sort of league news or Premier League or UEFA Champions League. Anybody that's listening there for our two listeners who probably are not TFC fans, but I need to talk about TFC. They suck really bad. like against that I don't know if you saw the game, but like Toronto against New England. They were actually winning that game. Beautiful goal by Cornabu, or Carnabu, however you want to pronounce his name, Teo. Um, Absolutely wonderful goal. And you would think TFC would win that now. Nope, of course not. Um, New England come in and they score a goal, and that's been TFC's season is late goals for the other team, and they tie or they lose the game. And now, because of that, it's official, and TFC are not going to make the playoffs. In that stupid fraud of a manager and Robin Fraser, is saying that the reality of not being in the playoffs, maybe that'll sink in later, dude. That sunk in like 5 games into the season. Okay, but for now, we're trying to be as good as we can every single day. I have no idea. He just looks like an idiot, to be honest. He should not be at TFC. Get rid of that guy. Get him out of my club. Um, and yeah, I think that's just it was just a little talking point for myself that I wanted to get out there. But I don't know what TFC have to do. Clearly, it has to be from upper management all the way down. I think that team needs a restructuring. We need to bring back the days of, Giovinco, Vasquez, Josie, my man Josie. Um, I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on that? I know, Amanda, you're not really into MLS, but you're a football fan in general. So, I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, it's hard. I feel for them. They really haven't returned to form in quite a while. I think the only thing that I can say is thank God the season's over in October. There's not too much more suffering left for them to go through and yourself. So a lot of changes. MLS isn't anything like the Premier League in the competitiveness and the talent that you see, but football's football. You see patterns throughout, and sports in general,
Mm,
and they are going through a rough patch. We have all been there. We've all watched it. We've all suffered through it. They will come out of it eventually. What
hmm
it's going to take, like you say, it's almost analysis paralysis because it's everything. It's you
all the
don't
time.
really even know where to start. It's the players, it's the manager, it's like I don't know what their owner situation is, but
MLSC is
it's
terrible.
somebody's not paying attention. Yeah, somebody's not paying attention. And, it's such a tough position to be in because you dig that hole and you dig it and you dig it and you dig it. And all of a sudden, no players actually want to come to you. Then you're getting all of these kind of talentless has-beens that are coming to your team.
Oh my
And you're
God,
just
yeah.
like, they're just not doing it, right? And, it's going to take, in my opinion, it's going to take a good manager coming to Toronto, which is going to take money coming from above,
hmm
to bring in the talent because I don't think there's anything attractive about playing in Toronto right now. They need to find and put something in there that's attractive, and it's got to be a manager. It's the only thing that you can actually pay to bring to your team that will attract other players and other talent to come in is the manager because they've got nothing else going for them at the moment.
You know who's available?
Who?
The, the special one. I am Jose Mourinho.
Oh, I prefer the normal one, but the special one in Toronto would be wow. I
Could
couldn't
you
even imagine
imagine?
that. Couldn't even imagine. Oh,
That would be insanity. Like, who wouldn't want to play under Jose? I mean, I
I
don't know.
am the Canadian one.
I am the Canadian one now. I am the TFC. Yeah, I just thought it was interesting. We don't need to talk more about TFC and their shambles of a season. They are
Mm,
co shambles of the week is TFC,
mm,
followed by the other one that we'll talk about last. I want to talk to you about something interesting that I found as an article here in FIFA increasing payments to clubs, and I want to know what your take is on this. So FIFA is set to distribute a record $355 million to clubs as compensation for players participating in the 2026 World Cup. So the package is part of the expanded club benefits program. Like these clubs already need money, is up by 70% from the 209 million paid out to these teams after the 2022 Qatar World Cup. The increase is partly because clubs will now only be compensated for releasing players to the World Cup qualifiers, not just the finals. In 2022, 440 clubs from 51 FIFA member associations received payment under the scheme, and the numbers of beneficiaries is expected to rise significantly. The CBP was first introduced from the 2010 World Cup in South Africa to create a more inclusive and equitable system for football. To that, I say horseshit, and they're getting more money because they're charging an arm and a leg for FIFA World Cup tickets. To me, that's insane. That they're taking they make so much money off of hardworking people. Some people are like giving out an arm and a leg to try to make these FIFA World Cup tickets. I'm seeing insanity for Toronto, and we live so close to Toronto. And I for one, who live here, we shouldn't have to pay that much. I don't know if that's wrong for me to say, but anyways, that's insane. What do you think of that? Like $355 million. I know that's not a lot, because it's being distributed amongst so many other, like 444 clubs,
Hmm.
but that's crazy.
A lot of money. Absolutely a lot of money. I think the number increase is reflective of where it is. The fact that it's in North America means that we're all gonna get taken for a ride, because we can. When are we not taken for a ride? Um, I couldn't agree with you more though. It's very frustrating. I'd be curious to see if the numbers go down next year. I've heard a lot of people talk to a lot of people saying, are you going to get tickets or you're going to go? Um, and the conversation always ends up at, I can't.
I
I
can't
can't
afford
go.
it. I
Can't
literally
afford it.
can't afford
Yeah.
it. You know
Yeah.
what's funny? As I did the math, 209 million divided against 440 clubs, they're just getting
Mhm.
$475,000. So, I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
it's I mean, that's somebody's weekly wage at a high level, right?
Mm.
Raheem Sterling
Mm.
at Chelsea.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah. Right.
it's still an unfathomable amount of money that
Mhm.
they're going to give these clubs. Like I just my question is why? These players are going to play for their respective national teams voluntarily, and I say that in air quotes because I know that the football associations for those nations do pay
Mhm.
them, but usually the players, they donate that money or they do something charitable with it. I get it, but why do they need to pay? I don't get it.
Yeah. It's a
It's
good question.
it's
Like
food
it,
it's food for thought, I guess.
absolutely. Just the numbers are mind-boggling. It's hard to wrap your mind around. We briefly touched on it when we were chatting the other day. I'm not a huge fan of the World Cup. I don't think it's the best display of football. I think it actually gives football a bit of a bad rap.
Yep.
I think the viewership is higher, and so people think, oh, World Cup football is football. Absolutely not. It is not. Um, I don't know if it's getting better or if it's getting worse, but and a lot of these players that shine in the World Cup go back to their respective local teams and actually don't do that well. Um, so yeah, not a huge fan of the World Cup. Hearing stuff like that doesn't make me like it any more than I already do. Um, but yeah, those are insane numbers and just reflective of the state of that football competition, to be honest.
Yeah, and it doesn't make you want to support it as much as I'd like to see Canada and in it and do well, which they will. They're going to be in it, but
Mhm.
it's just it's all money. It's all my dad calls it mafia all the time. It's all mafia,
Mm.
which is
Mhm.
funny.
Oh, I say I don't like it. I'll watch it. Like I'm
Oh
such a
yeah,
hypocrite. Like I'll
yeah, we'll
absolutely
watch
watch it, and
it.
I'll cheer on Canada. I'll cheer on England, and I'll be an absolute massive hypocrite. But yeah, because we know football so well and we know what's going on in the background, it is a bit hard to take.
Yeah, it's insane. And So switching to something that's more, I guess, that I find more like of a happy note, which I'm hoping that we can adopt something like that, or the English Premier League can adapt something. French football's streaming landmark. So French football's new direct-to-consumer platform, Ligue 1 Plus, damn, has reportedly surpassed 1 million subscribers 1 month after launching, exceeding its end of season target. The service, the first of its kind among Europe's top leagues, so please take note, EPL, offers every Ligue 1 match live for just 14.99 euros. So that's probably like 400 Canadian per month. On a 12-month contract, or 19.99 without a contract, by bypassing traditional broadcasters. While promising, this revenue falls well short of previous TV deals worth around 500 million annually. The Ligue de Football Professionnel has set a goal of reaching 2.2 to 2.5 million subscribers within 4 years. Notably, British broadcaster DAZN, or The Criminals, I should say, attracted around 500,000 subscribers when it held the rights to show Ligue 1 matches for around 400 million per season. The zone charges consumers 39.99, which they're freaking the evil.
A light robbery.
100% per month, and didn't show every League One match, which is annoying, by the way. Uh,
Mm.
per week, though it did also feature other sporting events. Um, I think this needs to be adopted for the English Premier League, where does I so listen, everybody loves the IPTV stuff. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't use it, because I am not paying MLS season pass for Apple on top of Apple TV for me to watch MLS, TFC, who are sucking ass. So that shit is on IPTV. Um, However, I don't want to pay to see EPL matches, but because Arsenal, I'm forced to, because I don't want that lag. But to charge 40, $50 plus to have Fubo, then you gotta buy the zone for Champions League. Then you gotta buy this for Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. It's disgusting. It's insane. I don't know.
Yeah,
What are your
it's
thoughts?
it's oh, it's gotten so out of hand. I couldn't agree more. Like, it's just crazy. I think to get all of the games, you need three streaming platforms right now in North America. It's Fubo, DAZN, and then Amazon Prime also have
Yeah.
select
Yeah,
matches. I think they have the Boxing Day games, and they have certain UCL matches as well. Um, so So yeah, they're just piecemealing out these games and packaging dollars to these broadcasting services, and they're just not thinking about the consumer at the end of the day. And like we can afford all this stuff. Um,
crazy.
and to be honest, I just end up missing some games because it's like I can't throw that kind of money around. I'd rather just go to a bar that's showing it or something, and spend $12 on a beer and watch the game at a bar, than have to fork over $40 a month for one service and $50 a month for another. Like it's just like the World Cup stuff, right? I don't know what jobs they think we're working, but we can't afford this.
No, 100% we can't. I will, however, give it to the zone when I did not renew my Fubo subscription. I was literally my brother and I have this pact. He gets Fubo, I get DAZN for Champions League, and then I was gonna get his Fubo account. But then DAZN came out with within its service for like I think $3 more, which I thought was worth it. You get
Hmm.
all of the EPL matches. And I found that out like maybe a day before the EPL started, which I think is a step in the right direction. However,
Know that.
I I want I'm also a Wrexham supporter, yes, because of Welcome to Wrexham FC. Um and I want to watch their games. And I saw that the zone did have like, oh yeah, they have championship games. But it's select ones like they did for the League
Hmm.
ones, which is stupid. I don't get that. But also, I think iFollow does that where they have all the championship games, and but you got to pay for that, an extra additional cost, right? So I think these guys, they have to come to some sort of agreement where, if the zone is starting to bring in Fubo games, and it says the Fubo, like they have the logo and everything for Fubo, it's just under the umbrella of the zone, which is, I think, is really cool. But yeah, it's disgusting what these guys are doing. I want it to come back to the days of, when all the EPL games were on Sportsnet. Here in Canada, by the way, if you don't know what Sportsnet is, that's basically the broadcasters here, just like TNT Sports or NBC, that sort of thing. When we used to have Craig Forrest at the helm,
Mm-hmm.
giving out back in the day. But
Back in the day.
I think, TV is moving that way anyways with streaming services. I think TV is going to be a thing of the past soon. But yeah, disgusting what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, constantly. I love what they're doing over there though, and yeah, hopefully that will migrate over to North America and they'll start to give us a bit of a break.
Yeah, and I mean the numbers speak for themselves. 1 million subscribers in less than a month.
There you go.
So
There you go.
to finish things off here, we obviously talked about the shambles of the week, and this week TFC is shambles. But also, again, this week we're going to give the shambles of the week to Manchester United, who I am in love with giving them the shambles of the week. Every single week, and may it last forever. But I found something very interesting here just to finish. And Gabia Banglahor having some comments here that Ruben Amorim, he wants to be sacked. I really don't see him changing. It's going to get worse and worse. Amorim is, and this is him saying, Amorim looks like he wants his 12 million payoff and then go back to Sporting. Harsh or true?
Possibly true. I think it was after that second game, Amarin came out and I can't remember verbatim what he said, but it was something along the lines of he doesn't like the players very much.
Mm,
Um, that right there was like, I can't believe you said that,
lost the locker
not
room.
only out loud, but to in a presser. Like that's wild behavior. I think the fact that he said that and is still there, I think now he's got to go to more drastic measures of trying to get sacked. Um, but I don't really blame him. We've seen that behavior from certain managers before.
Oh, the robots came to take Amanda. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah, don't be sorry. You're good.
What do they call it? They call it quiet quitting
Quiet quitting.
in like
Yes.
the corporate world. They call it quiet
Yes.
quitting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No.
it's
So
it's
I don't disagree.
yeah, I don't either. I mean, it's sad to see. I mean, I'm happy for United because, they're in shambles, but it kind of sucks for him. I think he was given a shit bowl to begin with, and he just didn't there's nothing he could have done to mold it to his way. But then again, people, once again, gone are the days of long-standing managers, and if you're not performing at this day and age in the modern game, you're gonna you people want you gone. They don't want you to work out, and it sucks for the manager. But he didn't do it himself any justice by losing the locker room the way he did there. So it kind of sucks for him. But you know what? Hey, I'm loving it as long as Manchester United are beneath Arsenal in the points tally there. That's all I care about.
We love it.
I love to see it. And with that being said, guys, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. I really appreciate it. We are on all your major, social medias. We're on TikTok. We're on YouTube. We're on X or Twitter, however you want to call it. We're on Blue Sky. If you want to find all of those links, please look us up at shamblesfc.com. This has been the Shambles Extra Time. Amanda, I want to say thank you for coming on and talking about this, about football in general. I think it was a great discussion. An hour flew by. I don't think, and it's just like we're playing Fortnite and just talking about football, which I think I'm hoping to hop on afterwards.
Yeah, let's do it. Thanks again for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Have yourselves a great rest of your night, and we'll talk to you guys after the Arsenal match against Man City. Hopefully, that is a good win for us with the Arsenal post match show. So, thank you so much. Peace.